Before young Sheldon's spin-off Georgie and Mandy's first marriage even arrives, the show's handling of one major character from the Big Bang Theory could already prove a problem. Young Sheldon's Big Bang Theory plot holes didn't ruin the series, but they were always present in the background of the comedy. The Big Bang Theory might have left most of Sheldon's childhood and adolescence unexplored, but its first spin-off still managed to contradict the hit sitcom's canon quite often. The Big Bang Theory's older Sheldon spoke about his constant bullying, but young Sheldon viewers saw almost none of this. Meanwhile, Sheldon and Mary both complained about Sheldon's shiftless, heavy drinking father in The Big Bang Theory. In contrast, young Sheldon proved that George Sr. was actually a sweet, thoroughly decent everyman. Young Sheldon's ending did a lot to fix this particular oversight, offering justifications for both Sheldon and Mary remembering George Sr. so inaccurately. However, now young Sheldon's first spin-off, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, is faced with the same issue. The show has not yet begun, but the sitcom spin-off already has to answer a lot of plot holes left behind by The Big Bang Theory. The news that Zoe Perry's young Sheldon character Mary will appear in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is exciting, but it also poses a potential problem for the show. Mary will be an active presence in the spin-off, with Annie Potts Meemaw and Reagan Reward's Missy also returning in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. This runs the risk of the spin-off becoming young Sheldon sans Sheldon, as the entire family unit is reunited without the show's former central character. However, The Big Bang Theory's existing canon makes this reunion unavoidable thanks to Season 11, Episode 23. The sibling realignment. In that outing, Jerry O'Connell's adult version of Georgie tells Sheldon and Leonard that he made many sacrifices after his father's death, essentially taking care of his mother and Missy while Sheldon attended college. George Sr.'s death was one of young Sheldon's biggest storylines, and the spin-off made it abundantly obvious that Georgie thought it was his responsibility to look after his mother and sister after the untimely loss. Georgie said as much as George Sr.'s funeral, cementing his later resentment of Sheldon. However, this choice means Georgie and Mandy's first marriage runs another parallel risk. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage can't just ignore young Sheldon's Mary. Mary's absence would contradict Georgie's Big Bang Theory claims by centering on Mary, Meemaw, and Missy. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage risks forgetting about its title characters. The spin-off was supposedly set to focus on the duo and their flawed relationship, finally offering an explanation for their eventual canonical divorce. However, if Georgie's family all return for the spin-off, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage could end up spending as much screen time on young Sheldon's supporting stars as its new heroes. That said, the show can't simply ignore Mary since she plays a pivotal role in Georgie's troubled relationship with Sheldon. The series is stuck between a rock and a hard place with Perry's returning character. One of young Sheldon's most confusing Big Bang Theory plot holes was Mary's preferential treatment of Sheldon, despite Georgie spending more time with his mother and sacrificing more for her. This resulted in Georgie resenting his brother, eventually leading to his decades-long feud with Sheldon in the original show. This fight would become completely unreasonable if Georgie and Mandy's first marriage ignored Mary, as this would prove that George didn't spend as much time with his mother as he claimed. Thus, the series is stuck between a rock and a hard place with Perry's returning character. How Georgie and Mandy's first marriage can fix its Mary problem. Young Sheldon's spin-off could keep Mary mostly off-screen. Fortunately, there is one way for Georgie and Mandy's first marriage to get around this tricky issue. Although Perry's Mary will officially appear, her role in the spin-off could take place mostly off-screen. Her overbearing influence on Mandy and Georgie's relationship could be made clear via Georgie, constantly mentioning the demands his family places on him, rather than Perry's character physically appearing in every episode. Since young Sheldon improved Meemaw in its final episodes, the show's first spin-off could take the same approach as Potts' character. If Perry's Mary and Potts' Meemaw only appear occasionally, then Georgie and Mandy's first marriage could prove that they were always at the forefront of Georgie's mind, but not always at his doorstep.